afternoon. Welcome to a new segment of Pat's Daily Rants. I'm going to rant today about how incredibly out of control spending has become. Nope, we're not talking about politics today. We're not talking about our deficit and bailouts or anything else. We're going back into the sporting world. As I ranted a little while ago about the new stadium that was passed by our politicians here in Minnesota, which is going to tally roughly $1 billion, and seat licensing and everything else, please see previous rant for information on that. I thought to myself, you know what? Not only is that out of control, so is what the players are making. This is incredible. Now, a couple of years ago, a few I guess, we built a new stadium for our professional baseball team here in Minnesota, the Minnesota Twins, at the tune of umpteen buku dollars, which was absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, it's an open-air stadium and we live in freaking Minnesota. I don't know if you ever watch a weather report around the rest of the country, but it gets cold here. In fact, so cold they couldn't sign autographs here last winter at their new stadium. They went to the old one that they were bitching about. Back on track, sorry, got a little sidetracked there. We have a player that is with the Minnesota Twins right now, and I won't name his name because I don't want anybody's feelings to be hurt, but we'll use a code, okay? We're going to call him JoJo Bear. Okay, he's our JoJo Bear here in Minnesota. Now, do I begrudge this man for signing a $180-some million contract? Absolutely not. What's he supposed to say? No? Absolutely he's going to do it. But it's just more to the point that it's out of control. So if you boil it down, this guy makes $23 million a year. $23 million a year to play baseball, which roughly breaks down to $63,000 a day. Okay, 365 days a year, which is above the median income for the state of Minnesota, household income. Okay, so if you figure this out, he gets roughly $40,000 every time he steps into the batter's box. Well, I think we should go on a pure incentive for these players. Okay, you don't play, you don't get paid. He was out almost half the season last year because he had bilateral leg weakness. He was out for about a week here recently because he had a fall tip into his knee. Well, watching the Stanley Cup playoffs, I saw a guy go in the locker room, get like 1 billion stitches in his face and finish the game. Now, he got a bump in the knee and didn't clear himself to play, which is another mystery and could be a rant in and of itself. These athletes are so out of control with this money, and we are giving into it. I just saw the other day that Calvin Johnson from the Detroit Lions signed a $132 million 8-year contract. And the coach actually had the plums to say, whatever he's getting paid, it's not enough. What are we talking about? We're talking about entertainers here. We need to get shit back in order and quit building billion-dollar stadiums and paying these athletes tens of millions of dollars a year to play a game. What are we doing? Folks, put your thinking caps on. If we were actually to boycott, okay, and I'm not advocating that, but just say we did for 1 year, all professional sports, do you know how many billions of dollars that would save in just salaries and buildings? Now, you can say that it would hurt the economy because people aren't working, and that probably is true. But you know what? We're out of control with these salaries and what we're paying these people and the buildings that we're building for them. We need to get our shit back in a group here and stop doing that. Come on, people, use some common sense. We're all getting sick of it, so knock it off. Have a great day from Pat's Rants.